Good morning, Mr. Miller. Welcome to Sandstone Elementary. My name is Miss Norton, and I'm the instructional coach here at Sandstone Elementary. We are so glad to have you on the third grade team. I wanted to stop by and see if you have any questions I can help you with.
Good morning, and thank you for the warm welcome. This is my first year teaching third grade, and I do have some questions about the curriculum. Do you have a minute to sit down and talk to me about it?
Absolutely. What questions do you have?
Most of my questions are about the ELA curriculum. At my former school, I was a team teacher. I only taught math and science. This timeline for ELA seems very precise like that. There's no room for error. I worry about my underachieving students keeping up. I'm also concerned about the guided reading groups. I have never taught like that before.
Those are valid concerns, Mr. Miller. Miss Johnson, your grade level lead, does a great job with guided reading groups. We will let you observe her once she gets those groups established. I will also ask our reading coach, Mr. Watson, to come in and assist you with testing the students to establish your own groups. Why don't I take you down there to meet Mr. Watson now?
That sounds great. Thank you so much for helping me.
Scene 2. Good afternoon, Mr. Miller. I wanted to thank you for allowing me to impose on you during your planning time. During my walkthrough on Tuesday, I noticed some great things going on in your classroom. Let's sit down and talk about what I saw.
Come on in and have a seat, Mrs. Norton.
I noticed that you have your guided reading groups set up, and the rotations seem to be working well. How are you feeling about guided reading now that you have your groups established?
Observing Miss Johnson was a great idea. She really has the grouping down pat. I feel so much better about the guided reading groups now. I'm confused about conferencing with students, though.
I noticed that when you conference with a student, you seemed a little unsure of what to say. I brought some ideas on how to conference with students. Let's look through them and discuss what might work for you.
Yeah, I found this sheet of questions to ask of students reading fiction books. I would love to see the ideas you have as well.
Here's a list of ideas. Let's look over it and compare it to your list. I'm sure we can find a way that will work for you. Scene 3. Good morning, Mr. Miller. My name is Christy Norton, and I'm the new instructional coach here at Sandstone. I wanted to take a minute and come around and introduce myself to everyone.
Well, good morning and welcome to Sandstone. Is this your first year in the position of an instructional coach?
It is. I'm so excited to be able to work with everyone here. My hope is that I can really make a difference with these students at Sandstone. How many years have you been teaching here, Mr. Miller?
I've been teaching here at Sandstone for 15 years. This is a great school. You made a great choice in choosing Sandstone.
It sounds like you will be my expert to come to when I have questions about the school. I am so glad to find someone with so much experience here. I hope you will help me in getting to know the school better.
I'd be glad to help. Just let me know what you need. Thank you for stopping by.
Scene 4. Hello, Mr. Miller. Thanks for agreeing to meet with me after school.
You're welcome. I know this is about my MAP scores. I'm hoping my students showed improvement.
Your students showed improvement. I can tell that you've been using those strategies that we talked about in our last meeting. I did see a few areas that were a struggle for your students, and I thought maybe we could brainstorm some ideas to help them in those areas.
I'm all for that. Let's sit down and look at some data and come up with a plan.
Sounds good.